So, what is your question today? What is that we should talk? Yeah, something to discuss.
I don't understand the dangers of Sansara. Because our religion, Christian religion, tells that there is only one life.
Right, very good, very good. There's nothing wrong. Whether it's a Christian religion says one life, forget religion. Even average atheist who doesn't believe in religion, for him this is the time. This is the world, this is the world, this is the place. In fact, in Vedic tradition, even though you are familiar with the absolute knowledge now, very nice, please know they have started with that only. The first philosophy for the average person is, they call it in Sanskrit, Charvaka. Charvaka means, in English, hedonists. Hedonists means people who look for pleasure. And the Charvaka means Charu Vaka. Very nice words, beautiful descriptions, Charu Vakas. They are all Charvakas. What are they? For them, what you see is real. There is nothing beyond this. Life here is most important. Yavat jivet sukham jivet. No. Are you getting that? They will say in Sanskrit, they say very nicely, that is the first level of thinking, the Charvakas. Very nice to listen. You will see how it is. They say, Yavat jivet sukham jivet. As long as you live, Yavat jivet, as long as you breathe, as long as you live happily. Sukham jivet. How do I live happily? I don't have any means. Runam krutva ghrutam bivet. If you don't have it, borrow money. Who shall lend whom they don't tell? Borrow. In extremity you can say beg, borrow, steal. Do whatever you like. Get the resources. Runam krutva. If you don't have, borrow it. Get it from somewhere, somehow. Like EMI, every month installment. Borrow from the bank, like people do that in most of the countries around the world now. You don't have money, but everybody is loaded with, debt, burdened by the debt. From this bank, this card, that card, advance money and all that. Runam krutva, borrowing. Ghrutam bivet, drink ghee. Those days the pleasure was ghee is the ultimate luxury. Ghee and honey. Eat best food, meaning enjoy all physical pleasures, all sensations, see, hear, taste, touch, smell, live happily to the fullest extent. Why? Bhasmibhutasya dehasya punaragamanam kutah. Fantastic line. Have you seen anybody, punaragamanam, have you seen anybody returning from the cremation ground? Once the body is cremated, buried, disposed of, disintegrated, have you seen anybody coming back? Therefore, yavat jivet sukham jivet. As long as you live happily. This is hedonists. Total pleasure orientation. For them, nothing exists beyond what your eyes meet, what your ears hear. This is the reality. As long as you are there, enjoy. What way it is different from what you are talking about in your country or people in the world believe that why should I give up this? Only one life, so let me enjoy. Right. But think of it. Of course, I go 100%. You must enjoy. But you must know what is enjoyment. You must know what is happiness. I must be happy. Yes, you must be. But how? If your happiness means conditions to be fulfilled, you shall never be happy in life, because you shall be struggling continuously to fulfill those conditions. You understand? So in the so-called search for happiness, they become terribly unhappy and miserable. Because the man says, I will be happy. Okay, so I should earn everything. I should make more money. What is the end? I should have more cars. What is the end? I should have more men. Or what is the more women? I must relate to many men or many women. I will have the 1,000-acre land. I should have 10,000 horses. I should go around the world. What is the end? Because it is an eternally receding dream, continuous, the horizon moves. There is a nice verse in Sanskrit which says, Ekam dasam vanchati. One who has 1 rupee wants 10 rupees. When he doesn't have 1 rupee, he is desperate. Give me 1 rupee, that will be enough for me. Give me just 1. You give him 1, after some time, can I have 10? Dasam satam vanchati satam sahasram. One who has 10 can have 100. One who has 100 can have 1,000. And 1,000 can have 10,000. And 10,000 can have 100,000. 100,000 can have 1,000,000. Can have 1,000,000,000. Have you seen anybody ever talking about they want more in life? No. Very, very kind. Mind is so smart. What do they want? Minimum. When the person has no job, no food, nothing to eat, what shall he tell? He'll come and approach you. What shall he say? Give him minimum 1 job. I don't want anything in life. Just give me a job. I don't want anything. Yes, I'll give you a job. How much you want? Minimum. You give me. Always he wants minimum. He doesn't want maximum. Minimum. Give me 100. 100 rupees. I'll work for you. $100. I'll work for you. You thought, Bappa, at last one fellow has come who will remain very nice. All right, give 100. 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, 6 months, 6 months, 8 months, 10 months, then what he says? Minimum. Can I have 200 rupees, sir? Family, no? Minimum. He is not asking you more, always minimum. He is very humble. Give him another 100. Minimum 100 more. Can I have 100 rupees, but can I have minimum a little, travel allowance? Because traveling 20 rupees goes away. Travel allowance. Give him all right travel allowance. Can I have a little food allowance? Give him food allowance. See, I want minimum. I'm renting the house. Minimum 1 bedroom. Always the fellow wants minimum, no? Just think of it. Human mind. How it deceives. He had nothing. He said he wanted 100 rupees, he'd be happy. Now he has got a job, he has got a house, he has got maybe a family, maybe something. But still he is looking for a minimum. He never wants maximum. But that minimum is the maximum he wants until that. Why does he want that? Think. Why does he want that? Why does he want that minimum? Because without it he is uncomfortable, miserable. With that he shall be comfortable, happy. So what is that he wants in life? Does he want happiness or does he want this minimum? 100 rupees, 100,000, 1 million, 1 billion. What do you want? So when people say they want all these things, nothing wrong. When west, east, south, north, it doesn't make any difference. When people say we want nice houses, nice food, nice things, what's wrong with that? It doesn't contradict with Vedanta, doesn't contradict with Upanishads. Why? Yes, everybody should have that comfort in life. But do not, what the Vedanta says is, what the Upanishad, what the self-knowledge will tell you is, but do not equate that just because you are having a billion or a million or a billion, you will be happy in life. You want a car for car's sake? Go ahead. Happiness sake? You will be disappointed. So when the people listen to these things, because the type of teaching they come across, where the person will tell them, a happy man doesn't need anything. Wrong. Listen carefully. A person who is happy doesn't need anything. No. A person who is happy, he does not need anything for his happiness, but he needs everything for his sustenance. You see the difference? Do you understand the difference? A happy person who has found the happiness in himself, for his happiness he doesn't need anything. He shall be happy under every circumstances. Happy with nothing. Happy with everything. Happy to live. Happy to die. Happy to be rich. Happy to be poor. Happy to be respected. Happy to be ignored. Happy to go round the universe. Happy to be under a tree. Because his happiness is unconditional. Are you getting that point, please? When people ask that question, how can I give up these things for happiness? Who is asking you? But that is because people who talk about so-called happiness or religion, they put that condition. Unless you give up this, unless you give up this, unless you give up this, you cannot be happy. A rich man, as they say sometimes, the elephant can go through the needle's eye, but a rich man has no way to, what is this? So a very poor man is happy. Yes, riches do not bring you happiness. That doesn't mean poverty brings you happiness. If you renounce everything, you will be a renunciate, not a happy person. Understand that very simple idea. When you say people should give up these things to come to this happiness, you are making a huge mistake, because it's like telling, give up your comforts. If you give up your comfort, you will be uncomfortable, not happy. If you renounce everything, you will be renunciate and poor, not a wise man. Objects have their place. Education makes you makes us capable, employable, productive, because of which we can get a job, we can create things. When you create those things, we have resources. Like I have given you the example, you are educated for the sake of the job. You will get the job so that you can get money. You want the money because you can have things. You want all the things so that you can be comfortable. You want to be comfortable so that you can be happy in life. So people equate happiness with comfort. That is why they ask that question, how can I give up all these things? With this comfort is my happiness. No, this is where you have to think. Do not equate comfort with happiness. You can have all the comforts, but that is not the happiness. Average person's definition of happiness is more comfort, more happy. Average person's definition of happiness is nice, comfortable sensation is equated to happiness. Nice music, nice touch, nice taste, nice smell. Happiness, no. Those are all comfortable sensations. Are you getting that point, please? So you want to really be happy in life? If you think and dream that more and more comfortable sensations I can afford or I can have, I shall be happy. So people think rich man is happy because he can afford more sensations. In a plane, there is a first class, business class, economy class. All the people are flying. The business class man or the first class person, is he happier or more comfortable? All the human beings inside. The plane is one. Where is the happiness and unhappiness? Then the pilot should be the most comfortable with it, and in front of the everything. But suppose the pilot has got a, vertigo. If he looks down, he is sitting right on that and looking at the top, and he can see the whole ground. The whole plane, how can you say first class people are happy? First class person is more comfortable. They have paid for that. But the economy passenger thinks, if I can go first class, I will be very happy. So all the first class people are happy there. Comfortable. Business class comfortable, but they are very uncomfortable. Why? They can't travel first class. They are in business class. First class passenger is comfortable. Business class passenger is less comfortable. And business class person is jealous. I can't travel first class. Miserable. Economy says, we are like cows, 100 to 1, so many. If only I can travel business class. Will it end there? If only I can have business class. Once you get to business class, I wish I am the first class. Those who are first class travelers, they have access to millions. What is their dream? Why am I going with all these 300 people? My own private jet would be nice. And those who have private jet, they think, what is this Cessna, small flight, only 4-seater. I want a jet. Powerful jet. The person who has a small jet plane, what shall he say? I want to 747 would be nice. Where is the end? So in search of so-called happiness, are they really looking for, what are they looking for? When they say that we should have all these things, they are looking for your comfort, your security. But will you be happy in that world? Nobody tells you to give it up. But think it over and ask, what do you want? Do you want comfort or you want happiness? That is division between the two. Then when you say that you want happiness, you don't have to give up the comfort to look for happiness. Be comfortable, but in that comfort, look for where is the happiness, because your comforts will go away. Worst thing, even if all the objects that provide you comfort to your physical body will be still there, your body itself will be dying. Like a vegetable will be lying down in a 5-star condo overlooking the ocean or the mountain. The whole luxury is a nightmare because everything is there, but you can't enjoy anymore. You are in a wheelchair, fed, nasal fed, being fed by the nose. Can't move, can't hear. Think of it. So to understand the happiness, you don't have to give up anything. No teacher must do that. But understand what the happiness is all about. Why that the teachers or the Upanishads insist that you, for some time you give it up? That is because involvements are too many. It's like you are diabetic. You get admitted in the hospital. You are an alcoholic. You get admitted in hospital. Why is it so? So keep yourself away from the alcohol, because if you look at the alcohol, you can't resist it. If you look at the sweet, you can't resist it. So isolate him in a hospital, medical ward, where there is no access to these things. First, cut off the access to the drugs. When people go for drug rehabilitation, put them in an isolation where they have no access to the drugs, access to the alcohol, access to the sugar. Then treat that body. Don't you do that? That is cure. You cut off that access to the things. Then start healing the body. Same thing. So far, average person, when he's 20, 30, 40, this idea is entrenched. More car, more house, more things, more sensation, more travel, more money, more women, more men, more food, more drink. Happiness. So it has become like a diabetic. You have been like a drug addict. You are now object addict. That person is drug addict, you are an object addict, sensation addict. Take the fellow away from the drugs, he will have the withdrawal symptom, body will go crazy. Take the people from sensations, deny them the sensations, same withdrawal symptom. A particular food you don't get, your body goes crazy. 8 days no bread, 10 days no sweet, 30 days no caviar, 15 days no good drinks. Think. It's same thing. Sensation addiction, object addict, sensation addict. Because that is your happiness. So the teacher takes you away, or you go on to a teacher, knowing fully well that you should be a discriminative person, knowing well, yes, I was uneducated, I was unhappy. I had poverty, I was unhappy. Poverty has no comfort, no happiness. Lack of education, lack of things, no happiness. So I got myself educated, got myself a job, got myself married, got myself things. But even after that, there is no happiness. I know poverty doesn't solve the problem, it creates more problem. But then I discover riches also don't solve the problem, creates more problem. Sometimes creates more problem. Bigger income, bigger headache. Bigger responsibilities, greater headaches. I know lack of education doesn't solve the problem, but education also did not solve. Lack of wealth doesn't solve the problem, but wealth also doesn't solve the problem. Lack of relationship makes me miserable, but with the relationship also makes me miserable. So where is the end? If you equate happiness with riches, wealth, relationship, things, travel, you will be disappointed. So such a person who has seen the limitation of it, he doesn't hate poverty, he doesn't hate prosperity, he doesn't hate riches, he doesn't hate perceptions, he doesn't hate sensations, neither he craves sensation anymore. Why? It doesn't work. You understand what a beautiful mind he becomes? So such a person, for some time, when you keep him away from the world, keep him away from the world means for him to appreciate that the absence of sensation did not give me happiness, but sensations also did not give. Lack of education did not make me happy, but the education also did not make me happy. Such a person, you don't have to isolate him. He is already isolated in the whole crowd, in the city itself. Because his values are, his perception, discrimination is very great. Discretion is perfect. So it is neither in the poverty nor in the prosperity. Neither in the youth nor in the old age. It is neither in the sensation nor in the absence of it. That takes away the whole known universe. The whole physical body. Perceptions, sensations, also impressions, thoughts. Because of that discrimination, he is already moving on to himself. The teacher can tell him that you are the happiness. So the person who is really wants to be happy in life, he doesn't have to renounce the comforts or hate himself because he is poor. It doesn't matter whether poor or rich, educated or uneducated. You are looking for now, what I am looking for is absolute happiness at all times. And you cannot equate happiness either with poverty or with prosperity. Either simplicity or with complex situations of life. You can't equate happiness with either sensations or absence of it. Hedonists, the people who are materialist, hedonists, seeking for pleasure in the outside world, they shall vote for sensation. They will talk about sensations. Religious people, they will gun for renunciation. So people who are looking for sensation in sight, touch, taste, smell, they seems to be more practical than the fellow who is not doing anything. Think of it. Both should understand. The renunciate should understand. Even after renouncing, I am not happy. I don't have to get involved with this struggle for procuring sensation, but still miserable. The person who is gunning for sensations, he should understand, yes, denial meant nothing. Absence of pleasure did not mean anything. But going for it also is tiring, doesn't give anything. So both of them must go into understand what is the happiness. Because if the renunciate equates renunciation with happiness, he shall be handicapped, disabled. He can't be rich. If the indulgent thinks indulgence is happiness, he can't live without anything. If the renunciate think renunciation is happiness, he can't be with things. Both will be miserable. Happiness is neither indulgence, happiness is neither denial. You are happy to indulge, you are happy to deny. You are happy to have everything, you are happy to not to have anything. So getting that point. The indulgent, they are disappointed in life. Why? Because they have all along they have been dreaming that by aggrandizement, by more and more procurement, by getting more and more things, being richer and richer, I will be happier, happier. So the person is busy in a non-ending, never-ending pursuit. Nothing is enough. There is no full stop, only comma, colon and semicolon. There is no full stop. Life moves, the person goes on. That only if I this thing, then I'll be happy. Then I'll be happy. No. Happiness is a full stop. You find your happiness with yourself. Then comfort, never ending. Comfort is never ending. When somebody has no food, little food is comfortable. When you have some food, more food, different types of food is comfortable. You have all these things, much more different types of protein, healthy food, you can create it out. Then when you have all these things, then you know, if I eat only food, I will be so fat. So you start sculpting your body, and now because previously you are hungry, therefore you are eating, overeating. Now you know that food is secure, you now decide how much to eat, what to eat, decide. So you start sculpting your body. Now body is not your, food is not your insecurity. So this is never ending. And what is the best food? You can go on experimenting. What is the best sound, best touch, best taste, best smell? What is the most beautiful spot? Not only in earth. Today we saw the picture of Pluto. Uranus, Neptune, Pluto, all these beautiful planets. The stars far away, galaxies. Let the human mind probe. What's wrong? But don't look for a happiness there. Be happy. That being happiness, it cuts off your struggle in life. You are no more disappointed. You are fulfilled. But I look for full enthusiasm. I look for what? Comfort. I am very happy. I am happy in the sunshine, happy in the heat, and happy in the cold. But if I can afford an air conditioning, why not? By simply thinking, sitting down there, air conditioning will not come. Explore, educate yourself, explore, study, look for that. I can die now. I can die after 100 years, after 1000 years. But to die after 1000 years, I have to take care of the physical body. So do the exploration. Go into medicine, go into cellular biology, go into stem cells, go into all possibilities. How the foot fly is living and not getting old. So how the human body should age. Go. But don't say, by living 200 years I will be happy. It will be load, it will be a burden. Because you are living, but you don't know how to live. You are disappointed. The friends with whom you are living, because of which your life is life, my husband, my wife, my son, my friends, life. Now you are alone living for 300 years, they are all dead and gone. You will be so lonely and isolated. But when you are happy with yourself, there is no loneliness, there is no isolation, you are one with the universe. Therefore, you know, my wife, my daughter, my son, my child, my friend, my universe, that is my family. Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. Vasudha means the whole earth is my family. I am part of this, inseparable part of this universe. That I can live with any tree, any land, any climate, any environment, any civilization, any society, any faith, any celebration. No faith, no celebration. So the people who are looking for these things, suppose they are asking, why should I, how can I give up these things? Nobody asks you to give up. Just find out what you want. And if you really find out what I really want is happiness and not this comfort, you shall be, you know, in a very happy desperation, how to quickly get that happiness. Okay, enough of this, I have experienced it, now let me go and see what it is. Find the happiness, go back. Go back to the same world, same body, same thing. The same world which was a torment, torture for you, now the same world becomes a pleasure for you. You don't need your personal God or a personal faith or something to defend. No, it's universal. It's universal God, universal truth, universal faith. You are not special. Somebody is not stupid. Everybody is same. Everybody is beautiful. Everybody is happiness. Having seen it, provide. The less fortunate, give them help so that they grow. So only the materially poor people should need your compassion. Open a soup kitchen, like many religious people do that. Open a soup kitchen, provide some bread, provide some food. What about mentally, intellectually impoverished? The fellow is very rich man, but mentally impoverished, emotionally impoverished. What will happen? The fellow is sitting on billions, but because of his impoverished state of mind, not a single fellow can take $1 from him. If you think poor man, materially poor, needs help, don't you think mentally, emotionally poor, intellectually poor people also need some orphanage? In fact, intellectually poor, emotionally poor people need more orphanage, greater help, because they are emotionally poor but sitting on the pile of material prosperity. Billions of rupees, billions of dollars, the fellow is impoverished. Money is his security, money is not his pleasure. Can he help anybody? He cannot, because he is desperate, he is empty, he is suffering. So if you can take care of few billionaire poor, the world will be fantastic. That is why in those ancient times they'll say, philosopher king. If you have to change the whole kingdom, and everybody you have to change, it takes a long time. Change the king, kingdom is changed. Are you getting that? It's like you take care of every part of the body, may be difficult. Make your heart very active, blood pressure is on, brain is active, some exercise, just a relative example, then whole body is strong. Limited example, limited example. So here you have same thing also here. Physical body you take care, your world you take care, body is neglected. Your body you take care, your mind is neglected. Your mind is taken care, you are neglected. Understand about yourself, happiness. Then it's beautiful. Sometime it is nice to get away. Like as I told you, so that you have no access to the liquor or the drugs or the food or the things, and then you are given a positive treatment also. So isolation, you came away from everything, understand about yourself. You are not hating them, they have their place, let them be there. I am a misfit, I couldn't enjoy it. You don't blame the world, don't blame poverty. Sometimes fasting is nice or no? Sometimes feasting also is nice. You can't fast all the time, nor can you feast all the time. For you to enjoy both fasting as feasting, you must be happy with yourself. Renunciation, denial, or indulgence, enjoyment. It's like two sides of a coin, fasting and feasting. You must be proper, you are happy. But if your happiness depends on fasting or feasting, you shall be handicapped, disabled. If your happiness depends on fasting, you will hate feasting and everybody else, those who are feasting. And if your happiness depends on feasting, you shall look down upon the fasting fellows because they will invoke guilt in you. That this man is not eating and he seems to be all right. I am so much eating. So you find guilty. When you are happy with yourself, you are happy to be fasting, happy to be feasting. No guilt at any time. Guilt-free living. You can go on and on and on. Okay, so the most important thing is person should appreciate what is that he really wants in life. Then find some time, let's get it, get out. Then go back to the same world. What go back to? So when do you leave the world? When you come to a mountain or an ashram also, it is part of the world. Your attitude changes. Living becomes beautiful. Okay?